we've been whipsawed.
Here we go.
The futures are whipsawing. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir. I can hear
all right,
you.
the futures are whipsawing around a little bit here. We got the Nas plus 80, the Dow now up. So now the Dow's off 117. The Nas is plus. Yeah, I came in. It looks like that we be a little higher. Let's see here. They were expecting well, came in like 3.2, I guess, right?
Right. Well, how's the market?
They were expecting, man. So
well, we kind of talked about this last night. It's kind of what we figured might happen, Well, we were concerned it was what might happen.
Yeah. I think we've got that means we're not going to see any rate reduction here. This gives them the excuse to just hold steady. Now the narrative is going to be, oh my God, if this, if it doesn't drop next time, they're going to be all freaked out and maybe raise rates. So start getting ready for them to start talking about that. So we were up pretty good on the Nas, and we were positive in the Dow. We were positive in the S&P futures. We were positive in the Russell. Now the only one that's green is the Nas, and that may be actually trading in the red now too. No, it's up. Dow's off, and the Russell is off 5. The we the VIX is 15.09. That's good. Bitcoin's still raging up around 72,000 almost. So, given that the bonds are not overreacting, gold's off $15. The indexes aren't, freaking out yet. We'll see how almost an trade market. I mean, a little bit out there and some stuff, but there's still plenty that are pre-market green right now. The big news this morning, guys, is Oracle.
Yes. Yeah.
Big news. Okay. So here is, you remember when we came out, I don't know, 2 months ago and said that Qualcomm is this big old sleepy technology beast that looks like some changes are taking place and there's going to be sort of some growth happening there. This is a very similar situation. You've got a huge technology beast that has been kind of just sitting there. I mean, they're doing what they're doing, but they have a massive built-in base of recurring revenue from their software licenses. Happen over for the first in their history, their revenue from their cloud business and from their AI-related businesses, revenue surpassed their license revenue for the first time.
Yeah. What they do, over $13.3 billion.
Yeah. So, I mean, what we like about this is we love this kind of a story because the risk is low.
That's right.
You've got a huge company that's got all the money in the world. It's got a super established base of business. And so you've got a great financial platform to work on. You've got lots of human capital there. You got lots of intellectual property there. But now there's been a significant change that and you've got to stop with fat liquid. So I don't care whether you're a pension plan manager, a mutual fund manager, if you're a hedge fund guy, if you're the hedge funds are going to have a field day with this because they're going to figure out how they can lock this thing into some kind of a, quant trade that makes them money. But, you can buy this all day long if you are at the Fidelity Technology Fund and keep your job and probably make money. And you can buy Qualcomm and Oracle, and you can buy them all day long, and you're probably going to get a nice follow through. Our systems are getting a price target on Oracle up around 142 by the end of October. So 1029, we're looking at 142, trading around 128 in the pre. So up about 12%. So that's not too big of a move to get into it. A little bit, yeah. But the reality is the stock is an institutional quality stock, and they're going to be buying it literally for the next month.
Right. Up 12.3 right now, pre-market.
Yeah, so you're sitting there with a big fat liquid stock that you can buy if you're a hedge fund manager, if you're a mutual fund manager. Keep your job, make your clients money. No one's going to get upset if it pulls back, 5 or 10 points. Everyone's going to be fine and just happy. I'm comfortable with it. Is Oracle going to drop 10% from here? Not likely. Is Qualcomm up 10? Not likely. Not unless dogs that are a major chain in place that can be bought all day long by quality traders, people who want a high quality.
Did we lose him? I think he kind of froze up on us, didn't he? So, y'all can still hear me though, right? Am I still showing up for you all? So, either way, we'll see. We'll see if we can't get him back on here. So I appreciate it, Greg. I guess I got the wheel. I got the wheel from here. But anyways, so there he goes. Oh, Connor said we'll go find him. That's good. I appreciate it. You just call Godfather, but yeah. Well, what's interesting. What's interesting is that he has this new system. So he has this new system out there that's supposed to be helping him, and it's really not. So what are you gonna do? Either way, so sometimes you just got to roll with mulligan, probably the mulligan on that one. Hopefully this is a little better, but I don't know what happened. The CPI bugs must have just jumped in on there and made it so. Okay, I'm going to try to bring him back in. I think okay, there's my buddy. All right, now I got him now. All right, Dutch. I can see you.
Right. I'm gonna talk right into the microphone. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, we can hear you. And it's one of those things. We'll be out there. I'll be out there. What, 24 hours, and we're gonna get right on this stream. That's be project 1 is stream.
Well, I hardwired it this morning, so it should be good. And it's 9 out of 10. All right, look. So what I was talking about, I think when I got cut off was we've got 2 big, massive stocks that are institutional quality. You got Qualcomm, you've got Oracle, where some major place. You've got big, huge companies of what they're doing, and now Oracle surpassing their AI revenue, surpassing their license revenue for their software for the first time in history. That's what the market's excited. So pension plan manager, big, they can buy probably as hard as they can. So So, okay. So you can hear me now. I'm back. Everything's cool. I'm
little
talking
bit,
to the microphone.
yeah. You know, it's really so it's just got that same breakup. There's got to be something wrong just in the connection. I'm almost wondering if it's a connection with that microphone. That's the one constant thing in everything you've tried is that particular microphone. It just keeps the microphone keeps coming in and out. But
All right.
in the good news is Dow Jones is positive, 40, 46, 47 right now. Nasdaq's only off 0.3. So we got that going for us. It's one of those things, you know, whenever you start something new, like I said, that's going to be one of our, by next time we go live, we're going to be 100% on game. I think we just need a new microphone possibly. Cause he's on the Starlink system now, I believe, Elon. So
No, I'm not.
okay.
Hey, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
All right. So I changed to a different mic. What's this sound like?
It's not much different.
Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on a second here.
All right. Yeah.
Audio.
Do you think that would pick up? Okay. So Connor said, why don't you just give me a call and I'll just.
How about this? How about this mic?
Okay. Wow. So far, so good.
All right. So this one's better.
Yeah. And worst comes to worst, if it breaks up again, just call me on the phone and I'll put you on speaker.
All right. So.
Yeah. You're going to have to call me.
Yeah.
I keep saying it.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
No, it's still doing it. Let's just give me a call and I'm going to put you on my speakerphone. Yeah, just I don't see I'm going to give you a nice. Heck yeah.
Calling M. Greenberg.
Here we go. All right, you there, buddy?
I am.
All right, just turn the volume down. You just got a reverb on just mute. Oh, just mute
Okay,
on
how's
restream.
that?
Yep.
How's that?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. So now you guys can hear me a little bit better and also see me at the same time. That's funky. All right.
Yep, we're good. It's still odd now.
Okay. All right, Alex. Stop telling me how this is all screwed up. Okay, we know it. Jesus. All right. Hey, Joe. Good to see you, buddy. Bruce. Good to see you here. Let's see here. Who else we got? We have John. Johnny W's in here. We got Greg. Good to see you guys. Kirk, it's good to see you, brother. Lisa, nice to see you. You're always with us. We appreciate it. Sal. All right. So, guys, sorry for the little technology. Who's the shiny chick? I don't know who shiny chick is. That's kind of fun.
That's Jen.
Jen. Oh, okay.
her and Jay were the only people that got timed out on our first stream from our RoboBot. So
okay, that's cool. That's cool.
No,
all right.
We brought it up.
Good to see you guys. Tommy R is in the house. Okay. So let's see. All right. So what I was talking about, you guys, is what we're about here is actionable trades, actionable ideas. Bullshitting about, this rate, that rate, when they're going to do it, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's important to try to triangulate when you think they're going to do something. But at the end of the day, we got to make money every day in the markets, right?
That's
Why?
right.
Because we're traders, okay? There is one stock, which is a $743 million market cap stock. I am getting signals all over the place. Trader Z systems throwing it. I got an email from another guy. His system is throwing it. So that is going to be, if you're not a subscriber, you got to be a subscriber for us to lay that out for you. You'll get into the flow. You get 2 weeks free trial. you'll be able to get into the flow. But that's going to be popped out here around probably 9:10, 9:15 at the latest. That'll go out in our pre-market report. So if you've signed up between now and then, there's plenty of time to sign up. Go online, sign up. You will get into the flow. And if you don't, go ahead and, hit me with an email directly, and I'll shoot you the facts on what that is. But what we were talking about before that is the low risk, high quality trade. The higher probability trade for the day is Oracle. So Oracle and Qualcomm are the two big dogs that are the higher quality and lower risk trades for the day. We've got the NAS futures now. Let's see here, really shook off this number, and they're up 159. The Dow's up 135. We still have at least half an hour to go before the bell rings. So we've got the crude sitting there stable. Gold's actually popped back up now, 21.85. It's only off about $3 or $4. The VIX is plummeting, so that's great. Means that market's looking good to come down. The 10-year bonds at 4.09, super solid and stable. Bitcoin is 72,000, a little north of that. Hit some new records last night. So I would say the platform looks pretty good for long side trading today. I don't think the market's expecting them to lower rates. Powell kind of telegraphed that already. We've got so those are the two big quality trades: Qualcomm, Oracle. Okay, in the biotech area, it's kind of an expensive stock, $139 a share, 140. NBIX. It's only 3% off of its 52-week high. This is a high-quality stock, $13.7 billion market cap. That's probably our favorite in that space. I'm expecting the biotechs to bottom out here. Remember, in our market wraps every night, we have a group of 20 biotech stocks that we call the biotech heaters. We've been tracking them since February 12th. The high, if you put an equal amount of money in each one of those 20 stocks, was you were up 21%, maybe 22%. That was the high probably about a week ago. It's now up only about 10%, so it has peeled back quite a bit. I expect them to stabilize here. But it's dicey getting into the biotech space right now as it continues to fall. So we want to see it flatten out a little bit. Okay.
Dutch, someone had asked. So we played a lot of different biotech. We did really well. What's usually your call for people asking about ETFs in the sectors? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the leveraged one is like LABU or something like that, and people like to play that. It can really whip you pretty bad. I think the unleveraged one is IBB. And so that's the unleveraged one. Now, I think Biotech, Trader Z, and I think Biotech's going to have a good run for the rest of the year. But we just like the individual stocks, we've made money and lost money on the leveraged ETF.
Give you an idea, Labu, right? I do like the name Labu. It is up 20% for the month. However, in a 3-year period, it is down 93%.
Well, that's the leverage. Yeah.
Right. That's what I mean, and that's the problem with what you guys always teach about. It's the tracking errors and everything. Right. Like you think you're making money, but in the long run, you just don't. And
they're just meant to be short-term trading vehicles. So right. Other smaller stocks in the space were like Biohaven's a good stock, BHVN. The other one, VTEX, VTEX, those are both smaller, between 1.5 to 4.5 billion in market cap. So they're not super tiny in that world. Yeah. We were a little disappointed to see some of the defense stocks trade off yesterday. HWM and AVAV traded off, but they had given us really good profits already. So that was cool. I'll tell you what's interesting is when you look at a company like Ball, BALL, This is an industrial company. XPO is another one that's industrial. These are more industrial oriented. They're holding up real well. They've done very well in the last 30 days. We think there's some percolation going on in the industrials here. So that might be a sector that's not as volatile, but is ready to move as the economy continues to be pretty damn resilient, I would say that the other buy we made yesterday that was pretty big was Rivian, and that can still be bought here.
Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, for people out there, right? So Rivians are huge out there in Vegas, a lot more than they are here. So
well, they're huge in California, even bigger because they're located, I think, in Irvine or something. And you see them, the trucks riding all over SoCal, right? San Diego and whatnot, and Orange County. But Rivian, the thing that they've got going right now that's percolating and is sort of the chatter, as Trader Z calls it, is that, they're kind of being teed up to potentially maybe be bought by somebody. And the rumor is that it's Apple.
It's Apple.
Those kinds of rumors kind of run and, whatever. The stock is still down 55% from its 52-week high. So basically it's one of those things that we say, look, if it's not going to go out of business and it's down that far, then sometimes you can get a pretty good trade out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's doing a little bit better than Tesla had a green day yesterday. It's green pre-market, tried to get above 180. It's at the top range though of that descending triangle, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So listen, I've got to finish the pre-market here. So I'm going to go dark. You talk to them.
Yep.
And I will come back on when I've sent that out.
All right. That's fine. That's no problem. Right. We'll try it on your audio.
I'll call you back.
All right, buddy. All right, guys. Thanks for going ahead and staying patient with us. Definitely was a little interesting. Let me tell you. So here we got a little bit of that action going on. The Rivian trade is awesome. How many guys that are out there that actually see these cars moving around their towns or anything? Have y'all seen any of these? Interested to know if you've seen any of these Rivians driving around. And just to back up on that chat a little bit, will y'all answer that? I know that Greg, he said that he also kind of got lamented a little bit over in Lebu. And I know I had an issue with that one too. But what was real interesting is that you have such a wide error over the long period of time, right? When you scan out 3 years and we're down 90% which is kind of interesting. I am going to take Dutch off of the screen right now. He's going to be in the waiting room. He can wave. So that way, in case he starts yelling at somebody or, yeah, there he is. He's in our waiting room. So he's still there. And that way y'all can tell us. So no Rivians. Kirk says no Rivians. Russ says a few in Orlando, Florida, and Thomas said I see in Omaha. Okay, Tucker, what's going on, Tucker? How are you doing, my friend? Thanks for jumping on. Frenchie, they look pretty cool. I've never been in one, so for those of you that know, believe it or not, old Godfather's got a Tesla. I don't know why. I don't know. It was one of those things, right? Being a salesperson, I'm the easiest person to get sold to. So I always tell people, right? I always tell people that if you can't sell to a salesperson, you're really bad at what you do. Okay, because we should be easily sold to, because that's what we like to do. So the guy got me on the Tesla, because I could lease it. The company leases it, but the biggest reason I got this Tesla is that where we park for our tour company, they actually give free charging to Teslas to show how green they are. So love that about them. I have no charger at the house. I've never charged at the house more than just a plug that goes into an outlet if I get behind on the charging because I'm lazy. And we go to REI and we just charge there. So thank you, REI. Shout out to them for their free charging. You're green all the way. So thank you to you. But I love the car. I am really glad I do not own this. I do not trust Elon in any way, even though I am Team Elon. I don't trust him. But anyways, I say all that to say that I have not been in a Rivian, and I see that some people have. A lot of people are saying more Teslas driving around their area than not. So interesting play when I saw that come out. Okay, I saw that come out. I thought that was pretty interesting. When Dutch comes back on, though, definitely want to get a little bit more idea because there are really some rumors about Rivian being bought. So we always think I think we were talking on an Apex call back when we used to do them privately, and we were talking about Apple just seemed like they were ready to buy something. Right? We just thought it was time, and so I think that this could be a good avenue for them. We know that they want to get into the space. We know that they've got the infrastructure for it, and it would be interesting. So, anyways, so I know we've got some people out there that are playing these ones. I am in Rivian, obviously, so we have that going for us. Let's check on what are we seeing out there, guys. This is one of the things I love about going to the academy, is that we'll be out here, we'll be having a conversation, we'll be doing a training, get really deep, and then you're just like, all right, boys, what's going out there, girls, that we can make some money on? And for those of you that have been out there, you know what I'm talking about. And let's see, people that trade like we do know what I'm talking about. It's just like I'm having a conversation, but my real love is really going on to what's happening pre-market. So it's good to be around a group of people that understand. It's like, well, wait a minute, he's rambling. That means he's thinking about the market. So I get to just go to the markets. Let's take a peek. What do we got? We still got Dow Jones holding in there. SPY, VIX is down, a little bit less fear out there. So what are you all seeing out there? I'd love to know what you guys are seeing. What are your trades? What are some of the trades that you all are playing in? What could we look up? Tell us what you got. Let's see. I see over here for me. Really interesting on Dow. Looks like of course I say that, and looks like we're gonna go ahead and take a nice red candle down. Nugget is dropping hard now. I appreciate that call out, Frenchie. It's interesting. Nugget is also one of those ones that has hurt us over the years. I always think I'm making money in Nugget, and I do until I don't. So when you're in that one, it's one to watch. I'm glad we're in it. When Dutch comes back on, I'm going to ask him about that. So Dutch, feel free to give me a thumbs up when you're ready for me to bring your stream back on, brother. So, and but anyways, because I am interested in what we think on that. Who else we got out there? CCCC. Interesting one. I personally like that stock. That's definitely one that I enjoy. MSTR. What's that, John? MSTR. So let's see. That's an interesting one. So MSTR, the microstrategies. That has had a nice little run to it. It's not something that typically they would trade in the model portfolio, only because of the dollar size. It's strictly, it's pre-market up at about 1531. So up 3% pre-market, close 4.5% up. Dutch, was that the thumbs up? Let's see. Dutch, all right, brother. Let's try your audio for a minute. We haven't pissed anyone off in a little while. So let's see how it goes. You're live. You just got to turn the volume up on your side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work. But I see you, though. We all see you. We don't hear you, though, my friend. So if you want to give me a call back, you're more than welcome. We were over here talking about gold. IoT. So let's see. Douglas says gold was down when we played Nugget last time. So we'll ask Dutch when he comes back on what they're thinking of profit wise, and also get an idea of what's going out in the wrap. What from the wrap for how we continue that on. Interesting though, how many people have actually downloaded the new app? How many people are using the app to stream? It's or not to stream. I'm sorry, to actually get your trades. I know that I enjoy it. I think it's absolutely amazing. I can't believe how fast it is. It really has made a game changer. I still have my text message, so I know some people have a little bit. There you are, brother.
All right. So, yeah, I was listening to you. We got the pre-market out. Here's the deal.
I promised people we tell them about Nugget. So
all right. I heard you.
know about Nugget.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Nugget. Okay. So here's we lightened up in some equities last night, and we were going to buy more Nugget, but then we decided to hold off till today because we thought we might get the pullback, and it looks like we're getting the pullback. So my answer is, I want this. I want if Nugget's going to come back on us a little bit here today, I'm probably going to buy more. It may take a week or 2 or 3 for this trade to play out. It's a large trade for us, and it's based on the fact that as rates come down, as the dollar comes down in value, that gold's going to go up. Gold. This is a what is it? A 1 day, 2 day type of thing, right? So we're going to wait. We're going to wait for this to peel back, and then we're going to come in and probably pick up some more. We already have a pretty big position there. All right, so we put out the pre-market report. It's got the buys in it. And so we hope that you guys can get that. If you are a subscriber, you probably got it. And let's see here. All right, so yeah, okay, Macy says she loves the app. So another guy says he downloaded the app, but it isn't working for him, so he uses text and email. Okay, well, that's why we send it out all different ways, right?
Yeah, I get them. I get them actually all the ways now. So and if we realize, I have mine set up. I have mine set up so it bypasses all the different things. If I can set up an emergency call, that's how Dutch is. It doesn't matter. So when I was still working full time with the police department, we'd be on a call and I could be on silent, and all of a sudden the "Get My Money Back" song comes on. Doesn't matter where you are. That's coming out because I didn't want to miss a trade. And he'd be like, "Hold on, bad guy. I gotta do something on my phone real quick." So y'all that just saw that QR code, I saw someone scanned it. That is actually a link right over to the free trial. Appreciate you scanning that, whoever that was. That shows us that it works. Hopefully I put the right link in there and you don't go to somewhere that's going to get you in a lot of trouble with your spouse. So we're just going to hope for the best on that one. Okay.
All right, so I heard you talking about MSTR. MicroStrategy. Yeah. Is Michael Saylor Bitcoin play.
That's right.
All right. So that's why it's doing what it's doing. Bitcoin.
That's a great segue because we were talking about Michael Saylor and Bitcoin. So let's talk about that. Go.
Yeah. So he's a smart guy, and I've been watching a lot of his videos. Nobody thought, everyone thought he was out of his mind, right? Making corporate money and putting it in Bitcoin as opposed to what every other corporation in the world does, which is puts it into money market funds and treasuries and short-term bonds and safe stuff, right? Hey, I don't know how he pulled it off, but he did it. I don't know how he was able to survive as CEO of that company after Bitcoin went from like 60,000 down to 16,000 or something, or 14,000. I mean, I'm sure that the heat was about as hot as it gets. And you know what? I got to hand it to the guy. That guy is solid. He did not waver. He did not second guess. He knew he was right. He did his math. He had an interesting thing to say. I was listening to every world even gold. They make percent of whatever the gold value is in the universe every year. So your gold value has by 40%. He said everything else out there except for Bitcoin dilutes you. Why? And his question is, why would you put money into Apple or Microsoft or these other things when at any moment they can issue $1 billion or $2 billion or $5 billion in stock, which, by the way, they do every single year with stock-based compensation. Okay, they dilute you every year. If you're a government and you have the ability to print money, like the Federal Reserve here, they dilute you by printing money.
Right.
So you know, when you see that the value of your dollar in 1974 is now, or whatever the number is, you know, I think I'm probably not that far off, actually. You know, that is dilution. Bitcoin being the only thing out there that cannot increase the number of Bitcoins that are out there, other than, you know, because they're going to do the halving and the halving and the halving. So there's going to be, they say that the hard cap is 21 million, but with the ones that get lost permanently, that the actual circulation is more like 14 million coins. So when you look at the potential demand from institutions for this so-called asset class, if that's what you want to call it, of it, it is a store of value. Deliver that 70,000. It's good until it isn't, right? It's kind of the same as having any other asset, maybe a car or a plane or a boat or whatever. So the reality is, when the institutions begin and the pension plans begin to get their investment committees to change their investment policy statement to allow Bitcoin to be one of the things that they can invest in, and they may have something in that policy statement that says not to exceed 10% of overall assets or whatever, all of a sudden you're going to have 5 or 10% of assets in gajillions of dollars of pension plans that want Bitcoin, and there's only going to be 14 or 16 million of them out there. So there's only one way to get a guy like Michael Saylor to sell his Bitcoin.
Okay, what's that?
You got to take the price up. You got to take the price up to a number where he can't resist unloading some of it.
We kind of know what that number is, though. A couple of days ago, I think he said his price target was $150,000. That's what he thinks that Bitcoin's going to get you per coin. Was
this year.
Yeah, exactly. Remember when Kathy Wood said that, and she was saying it back down when it went back down to the 20s. And I tell you what an interesting woman she is. But she had her belief.
Yeah. So, you know, I think that, you know, what are we closing in here? We're getting closer. Let's just see changes. 128, and Qualcomm's 172.5. It's going to be up a little bit more than a point. I'm getting some wacky readings on some other ones I'm not even going to talk about because I don't think they're accurate right now. Nuggets 30.35. It's going to be off about 4.3%. Our average cost is about 31. So we're going to take the morning hit on that one. I'm not selling it. I'm going to add to it. We also own a gold stock, which if you're a subscriber, you know which one it is, and you'll go ahead and see that. We own a biotech stock that we hit yesterday, and it turned out it went up 9 points. Actually, at one point, I think it was up 10 or 11 points for the day. So we took a bunch of it off and took profits in it. The Trader Z is screaming at me that the home builders look good. We have one that's our favorite, really, DFH, Dream Finders. So that's one to take a look at if you're out there looking at those things. So other than that, we've got some industrials out there that we talked about. The two that come to mind really are PNR and Ball. So PNR is Pentair, and Ball is Ball Corporation. They make containers. Mm-hmm. Your great grandmother made jams and jellies, and she put them in a Ball glass jar that said Ball on the side of it, and had had like a tin screw top. Remember that?
Well, yeah. Well, I live in Tennessee. We still have those. That's what we get. We drink our tea out of it. Do I remember? I think I
love Godfather. He's like, what are you talking about? We still go out and pick them blackberries and make blackberries.
I didn't say we pick blackberries. Now we put a little bit of something else in there that I want to talk about on stream. You know, a little something legal. I'm sure. You know, that guy was really nice in the truck. Definitely, he had all of his permits. I promise you. Feds, if you're listening. But that said BALL right on the side of it.
All right, so so it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a lift, 1.5 on Qualcomm, and we're going to get a little bit of a nice move on Oracle here.
But PNR though, I mean, go back to that one real quick, because PNR, that's obviously that jumped above. I was watching that one on that really jumped above the triangle on the 5 minute chart. It is green all the way across. This is one of the things though, and we're not going to chance it. We're limping here. We appreciate everybody. We're not going to try sharing a screen today, but these are the kind of charts that Carnivore taught me when I first started here to look for, because every single chart I would ask them about, hey, what about this one? What about this one? And Z would go, why does your long-term chart look like this when it should look like this? And you know what I mean? You always put them side by side, because there's these stocks that we all that don't know this business want to love, and they keep faking us out on the dailies. But when you zoom out, you realize that they're garbage. But that stock PNR, it's a beast. You know, it's gorgeous. Up 50% in the year, up year to date, 3 months. It's all just green.
I know. Can you see that? I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys see that?
No, I see you, but I definitely appreciate the tenacity to try it. I mean, I definitely. He's like, huh? Now, unless you're sharing a screen of yourself.
No, I'm sharing a screen of. Oh, I see. I'm frozen again.
Oh no, we see you. We see you good now.
No, but I'm moving. Can you see me move?
Absolutely, and you sound great. Whatever you're doing. What was that movie? 4 Christmases. Whatever you're doing, just stop. I don't even want a satellite.
Okay. Wait a minute. Here we go. Maybe I have to do this.
No, I think it's great. I think it's doing wonderful.
Hey, can you let that screen in?
No. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we're not on Zoom. We're actually on our streaming. We're actually on our stream.
Just look over in the left-hand side where you let me in from the or whatever. Yeah. There should be a screen over there that you can show. No?
Okay, let's see. Let's see if that works. That would be fun if it did. I'll be damned. Look at that, Dutch.
See?
Look at Dutch. He knows stuff. Look at that. It's
all right.
Okay,
so look. So this is that Pentair deal, PNR you're talking about. This is our chart on it. This is what we kind of do every day. At the end of our day, we throw the market wrap up and have all these annotated to show you the price we got in at, price is, and then we'll put little commentaries on there, like whatever it's whatever it's doing there. So let me see if I don't know whether it's dynamic. Is that dynamic? Oh, it is. All right, so you can see that when we put this comments down, these are all the technical indicators underneath. And I said this started maybe the MACD had just crossed and started to move. And so now we've got, these are pumps and water equipment, pool equipment, industrial equipment, farm equipment. This is all about moving water and stuff like that. So now you can see that the accumulation distribution line has gone straight up. The unbalanced volume has gone straight up. And the rate of change was red, but actually that turned blue. So now we've got basically it's a little bit overbought, but too much. So you can see where our targets are, 83, 84, 85. So it's around 85 plus. And so what we want to do is just see our stuff run into boxes. Run into the green box. Show you. Here's Oracle.
Yeah, well, let me give you this one. We got about 5 minutes for the market. One of our Ricky over here, he said, quick question. What do you think about CLBT? We'll answer this question right here. We got his question right up on the screen. CLBT.
I think they're an evil company that spot every enforcement. So I don't like them. I mean, I actually had a French teacher who told me that the word hate is extremely strong in the French language. So you don't use the word hate unless you're like want to kill somebody, right? So I won't use
which
that.
We do not want to do. Nightbot has no program for that. We do not wish to do that.
What I would say is it looks actually going on and it's getting ready to head higher. Now you've got a MACD here that is telling you that it's a mess and then not to touch it. But, mixed bag right now. The market has to hold up. If the market holds up, I think this does okay. I think over time, these guys are going to be an easy double. This is a $22 stock.
Absolutely. That is really good information right there. And that's one of the good things that we are going to start doing more with these live streams is be able to get into these kind of stuff, get out there, get what you all are asking. It's one of the benefits of being around us, having Dutch. And as you notice, Dutch has to really try hard to filter himself because he's just honest. And the carnivores stay because we love the honesty. And it's just like, it just comes out and he's telling you what you need to hear, very rarely what you want to hear. It took me about I was on like a 2-month, I was afraid to message him after I messaged him one time about Disney. And then his response back was not the best, but it was okay. And now he's like, I think we might go into Disney. I was like, where's that email at where you told me what you really thought? But you got to appreciate that. What else do we got out there, y'all? We got about 2 minutes left before the market opens. 2 minutes. I know somebody asked Dutch real quick what you did think about pre-market trading. I know we've talked about it. Sometimes you do it.
I think what Trader Z says about it is the best thing, which is just be careful. All right, this is the home builder we talked about earlier, okay? So this is Dream Finders. We were originally in at 27. That's about right here. So when it broke triangle, we hit it. We got the run, we bailed, and then it consolidated up. The last buy on us was 38 with a target of 44. Hasn't hit that target yet. That target's right up in this profit zone here. This is a nice little high-level consolidation that we've got going on. So it's doing I would watch out for MACD maybe rolling over here. that's not a good sign here on the accumulation. This is all right. So anyway, that's Dream Finders. We can run to some other stuff. Everybody wants to know about Git. All right.
I said it. There's one stock every year that you all pick, and I said it when you brought this one out. This was going to be it.
So,
look at it.
So we've said that at 1976, we said this stock's going to 100. Trader Z was all over it. You can see all the old annotations here. We were in an ascending triangle pattern here, and it broke through, basically got just into that profit zone territory a little bit here, and then failed. Now, I don't like to see a stock that's got this kind of trajectory break out of the pattern, but let's do something here and show you how we look at these things here. So,
well, real quick, the market is open. We are now up 124 on the NASDAQ. We shot the shot up. Dow Jones 130 running, SPX running. This stuff is, unless I'm looking at old screens, I put up a different screen, all of a sudden everything just started taking off. So I appreciate that, Swamp. Yeah, please, if y'all hit the like button, we're out here working for likes. Help us buy new microphones and shit. So
working for like. All right, so we're in a channel here, and I love to stay, but we've got some here. We got some stuff rolling over, so that's not good. This is getting a little more interesting now because it's not as overvalued. This is not good, and this is okay, I guess. I guess you could say that overall this is not bad, and that is not good. So, yeah.
Well, what is going on with Manu? Hold on. How many of our carnivores out there never gave up on Manu? I can't be the only schmuck still in that thing. It is getting all kinds of alerts on this thing. I think they announced, didn't they? Reports results for the quarter ended. Earnings summary. I mean, they beat earnings, but is what it is. Let's see, IBB dropping. Frenchie said IWM down to 204. So throw that up there. Chef Donk. Do we have anyone on the stream that we are going to meet here on Sunday? Anyone coming out to this academy? Do we have any space left, Dutch? Somebody wanted to go. Could they reach out to you? Is there any space?
Yeah, they can go on the site and sign up. I think we got 1 or 2 spots. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's coming up. I mean, you got to get on a plane, get here Sunday night so that you can come have a cocktail, meet everybody, and have a little good time, get to know each other, just a very casual meet and greet. And then Monday morning, the limo will pick you up on the strip. And bright and early, you get over here, you get some fresh coffee and fantastic breakfast, and we start trading. Everyone's sitting at their computers at about 6:15, getting ready for the day. We start running the pre-market, and bell rings. We're rocking and rolling, baby.
That's exciting. And I know Donk and we have got a full day of basketball. So hopefully Corinne doesn't have too big of a list for us, because we're going to be glued to March Madness. I think 3 of our teams are in the top 5. So
goodness gracious,
me and Donk are busy. So
right,
we're gonna have to put a television out there to smoke her.
So part of what's tough here is when you have stocks like MD that have done this. All right. Now, I don't about this. I mean, well, what I do like about it is, we went from 509 to 365. I mean, that'll take your away. Okay. But
that's one terminology we could use for what that'll do.
But if you look at this, we got 1, 2. If it can hold this, that's almost a triple bottom. Now, the last time it did a double bottom right here, okay, we had a run to 442 from about 330. So that's 100 points. So the question is, if you're a leader in a space like they are, and you are sitting at this point, you have broken through the 50, you have broken through the 200-day, you have violated support. That's kind of ugly, but you're now heading towards it's oversold territory right here. All right. This is now the MACD is still ugly as it can possibly get. So's this. This is not good. And
that sucks.
But this is about as low as it can get.
I've said that too.
So you wanted, these are all red. And so that's how we cut this stuff, is that if it's not, blue is good and red is dead. So in fact,
but there's that reversal, because that's what swing trading is, though. But you would start watching this, though, right? I mean,
I'm sorry. So this is blue because it's getting towards oversold territory, which means this is where you want to start looking to buy a stock like this. You'd like to get a two of these go blue. You might not get that. Specifically, this one, the MACD, you want to turn. I don't know how that continues to scream down any further, but it can. But you'd like to see it turn. So, bottom line is, overall, is the market going to turn here? Is it going to give us a nice pop? Is this stock going to go? And if so, we've bottom in the short term. Is it worth a bet to hit it today? I wouldn't. I'm just I'm not going into the tech sector right now like that. If I'm going to go an Oracle and the lower risk trades.
That's right.
So this is a $26 billion market cap company. But how does it compare to Oracle? 154 billion. They are more than 10 times as big as MDB.
So getting back to the market, we are now down to about 25 on the NASDAQ. We've sold off, but we're right there. We're right there at open. We shot up huge, a lot of selling on the open. Well, what could that tell somebody when you shoot up so green like that right out of the chute, but now you kind of pulled back? What does that usually indicate to you?
So the question is, what does it look like when when you open up large and you sell off?
That's right.
It's not bearish, because if you get a pop and then there's a sell-off, but it stabilizes and it closes high, it closes higher than it closed the day before, that's actually a bullish, kind of a move. Mm-hmm. You're just getting rid of the shorter term sellers in the early morning, and then the institutions come in and kind of prop it up and keep the party going. What you don't want to see is a market where you get a pop at the open and then it sells off and it closes lower than the day before's close. And if you see that happen day after day, that's what we saw in 2020. Every day they made you hope the day was put up every pop and it fell off, closed lower than the day before. And it's just like, I don't know, it was torture, man. It was like, it really was. It was torture. 2022 was torture. For anybody who was in it with us, that was like, I mean, we did 300% for the year.
I was gonna say, right. Your end was still pretty impressive.
No, we did 300% on the model portfolio for the year because we used inverse ETFs, thank God. And I think we made a bunch of money in gold too that year.
Yes.
But
that was when we did Nugget. Yes.
But every time we went after a stock on the long side, it pretty much, and it was torturous for anybody who was long only traders. You know, if they weren't buying inverse ETFs, they got slaughtered. I think the average person that I talked to was off at least 20%, if not more likely 40. I think almost everybody was off. You were off 30%. 2023 was, from, a lot of the year was kind of tough. And then in October 31st, November 1st, when the Fed decided to pause again for the third time, that sent the message to the market that it's game on, that they are not going to raise rates anymore. We're coming up on an election year. Rates are probably, and the crazy, and November, it was up 87% for a month. It was the biggest month we've ever had. We put the pedal down and we just rocked it. So that was being a 500% plus year for us on the model portfolio. And I want everybody to keep in mind, if you're getting half of what we're doing in the model portfolio, you're killing it. There's slippage, not get necessarily. You're going to maybe cherry pick some of the positions, so you might not hit one of the winners that we hit. You might select something else.
That's right.
You might also not scale into something as hard and as fast as we do when we see it start to move. We can be pretty aggressive and move into something hard and fast if we see that we're a winner on it. If you're not using the techniques that we're using on the stocks that we're calling, you're going to miss some of that move and some of that percentage gain ever. And that's what Academy is important, because you do it when you're here. You do it with us doing it in live, and you sit there and you go, oh, okay, that's how it works. That's right. How they do it. And they can see that, and people who leave here got to go, okay, now I know what to do. I start with 1,000, and I start scaling with 250, 250, and then the thing really starts to look like it's getting accelerated. Now I'm going to scale with 500, 500, 500, and I ramped up. Now at the end of the day, something like yesterday, mRNA, Moderna.
Well, what was up with I missed the news on that. I mean, I usually don't miss anything.
I don't know. There was some bullshit news, but the reality was technically that thing threw off a massive buy. I mean, it just threw the signals were like screaming. So, I saw it, Z saw it, tells me what's going on. I just cross over. That's a stock discovered like $54 a share.
Yeah, I don't think it was less than that.
I think so, but back in 2021 or 2020 actually, and he's talking to us about this thing, and I'm like, what are you doing, man? These guys don't have anything. They got nothing. They got no money. They got no biotech. They got nothing. And his answer was brilliant. He said, they got all the right criminals.
That's one of my favorite reasons to buy something.
I said, what are you talking about? Why should we? Because of that. He goes, you don't get it, do you? If you want to win big in this game, you got to have all the right criminals involved at the political level, the FDA level, the CDC level, everywhere. And then we found out that Anthony Fauci was actually a consultant.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's when I said, okay. So I think we finally bought it at 58, and it went to
okay.
And it went to 400. I mean, this is Jay. This is Dunk. This is the lethal weapon. This is the silent assassin. This is the guy.
He really is.
This is the guy you don't see coming.
That's right. That's right. He's always so interesting to talk to. I mean, I love it. I always say we got to hear from you more. We got to hear from you more. Just brilliant mind and sense of humor. Where you just like, is he kidding? Is he telling the truth? You know, like, should I laugh at this, or is this like, did that person really die? You know, I was like, I don't know. But it looks like it's V90 or V940 for therapy for skin cancer. I know that's something that's plagued my wife's side that she's always very concerned with, Miami skin, you know. So maybe that's why there's a little pop there in Moderna. But anyway, so let's see. Get this. We can survey. Swing back in there. Purple Music said that you might have just bought your mic from the Sensitive Nancy store because it doesn't like it when you yell. Says as long as you're calm and collected, then it stays. It says when there was some more technical stuff they put in there, but either way. So it says don't yell at or yell at your mic. You got to be nice to it.
Well, we can't tell. Go to YouTube and search for a guy named Dan Pena, Pena.
Oh,
and go to look at some of his video shorts. This guy is like a motivator. Remember Chris Farley did the motivational on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the down by the river speech.
But he said, get your whatever together. You're going to live in a van river. All right. It's pretty, but he's serious, which makes it even funnier.
Yeah, but definitely, y'all. I watched this. Me and Dutch we were acting like a couple of teenagers yesterday. We were sending each other links. Watch this guy. No, watch this. But don't watch that guy if you're on your work computer, because you could get flagged from HR. A little bit of a filter issue on that fella. So let's see.
So I went to work in the South. And when I was working in the South, there were some people in my office that didn't know the Bible, and that's okay. That's okay. But I got tired of them leaving me Bibles on my desk every day. So every day I'd come in, there'd be a new little note about, read this page and bless you and all that stuff.
Bless your heart. You got a lot of bless your hearts, huh?
So I walked into the HR department. I put it on her desk and I said, people are leaving these on my desk every day. And I'm not sure construed as some kind of.
Oh no.
No. He says, Bible boy. And I said, you know what? I am not talking to the right person about this. I said, absolutely not, ma'am. I'm going back to my desk. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
And off to California you went.
No, I mean, it was a great to raise my kid. Man.
When I first moved here from Miami, you know, I was raised in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. And when we got here, Jen and I went to go turn in our Fort Lauderdale driver's license. And this lady behind there, she's like, raise your right hand. Do you promise to abide by all of our traffic rules, not snake in and out of traffic like you do down in Miami, and love the volunteers for life? And I'm like, what? And the lady's got this big old orange tea on her head, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Love the volunteers for life.
Yeah, this is the DMV. Hand to God, swear to God. This is the DMV lady with the swear-in oath, and I'm like, "What?" And here we are. Now we are SEC
That's
champions.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just crazy living in a small town. When I first got here, I thought this was the smallest Hooterville place in the world when we got to Knoxville. And then it just kept feeling bigger and bigger and bigger. Now where we are, I think we got a little bit of time. And I'm not telling anyone where I'm at because we are full. We've already got one traffic light and we're full. That's it. There's no room for another one. No more. So there's more people that live in Dutch's neighborhood that live in my county. And there's definitely more people that get dropped off in his neighborhood than live in my county.
I'd like to get some of the people in this neighborhood to get dropped off in your county.
Let's see.
Did I tell you guys? We got to go, but I'll tell you what. So 4:30 in the morning last week. I go out. I take the dogs out. It's dark, and barking at the. And anything, right? But I trust the dogs, and they're barking, and all of a sudden, across the street, this guy jumps out of the bushes in my neighbor's house and starts running around the front yard, my neighbor's front yard, and he's wearing pink underwear. And I'm saying to myself, all right, I don't want to be judgmental. Maybe the party is just ending over there and I'm coming in at the end. And I don't want to be judgmental here. I don't want to make any conclusions, but all right. So I call the dogs in, we go back inside the house, and I come up here and I can see out the window here. All of a sudden, like 9 cars show up. Yeah, he's out there. Anyway,
it's never a dull moment over there. So
no, and then went outside to talk to the cops and said, "Yeah, I saw that guy running around in the pink underwear." He goes, "Yeah, he's a little out of it." I said, "You think?" And but I got to tell you something that was impressive. They're not confused here in Las Vegas. They work the overnight graveyard shift. Those are some huge dudes. Like, I'm not a small man. I felt tiny. These guys were monsters. And I'm like, oh, wow. Well, somebody knows how to do over there at the Las Vegas. We got to find some football team and put them in uniforms, what they're going to do. All right, look, I hope everybody had a good time. You guys are welcome to stay with Godfather and do what you want.
Yeah, all right, brother. I will see you tomorrow night.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.
All right, y'all.
Everybody.
So definitely appreciate everyone staying on with us, getting through. I'm gonna take Dutch off. There he goes. So thank you all for joining into our stream. This one had a little bit more technical difficulties today than we would like. The reason being, I'll even tell you all, one thing that I love about Carnivore is our level of transparency. So we have another stream that's getting ready to come out. We've got one that Connor's going to be doing with the one and only Trader Z. And I may pop in. I don't know what's going to happen with that one, but I know that they've been working on this. And Connor is one of the most he's one of the most organized people that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I am not organized. I'm like Dutch. We'll just figure it out. It's going to be great. I am a hot, quick, and active kind of person. But anyway, so Connor already had his stream scheduled in our streaming service that we're using. Well, I didn't even know you could do that. So when we went on, oh, look at that thumbs up. That's kind of fun. So I like my own stuff. So y'all give us a like. We're getting ready to end up here. But anyways, so when I went on there, our stream wasn't going active. And then when we put that stream on, that one went active and then his got all messed up. So long story short, we learned how to schedule streams and we also learned that we can mess each other up. But great group of guys, great team. Appreciate everyone's patience. I am going to leave you with a market that is up on all three indexes right now. We got SPX right now, 1384. We have Dow Jones at 40, and we have NASDAQ holding on at 43.3. The VIX is kind of the interesting one out there. It's definitely kind of come up a little bit. So anyways, let's see. So Jerry real quick says, where can I find the stocks you date versus marry? So that should definitely be in your back office side of it, but you should see that on YouTube. Once our calls are vetted, usually within a few days to a week max, we go ahead and we enter those out. Obviously, we don't put them on right away. For people that are for our subscribers, we make sure that our subscribers get the most up-to-date content that we have. So, but you should have that on there. So I appreciate everyone being here. Thanks, Dong, for your help. We're going to work on the mic issue, and we definitely appreciate y'all making this stream part of your day. Please go ahead, if you haven't already, click subscribe, click get notified when we go live. Y'all get ready for Trader Z. That is going to be an amazing stream. Be safe today. Have a fun trade. If you are going out to this academy, we are looking forward to meeting you. If you are not obviously going, we do have space available still in May. We have a couple spaces left. This one is going to be a lot of fun as well. And I know there's some people that have reached out to us saying that they want to go to the academy. We have another new testimonial video coming out from our newest alumni, Mel. And we got to meet a really good group of guys on this last one. Thank you guys. Thank you, Burton. Thank you, Kurt. Jerry, always a pleasure. Frenchie, thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day today. If you're coming to Las Vegas, I'll see you there. Someone did ask about the fall schedule. We will let you know about that coming up if we're going to have one. We're definitely going to be doing some alumni stuff. So appreciate y'all. Have a blessed day. Let's go make some money.